So vulnerable atop the sheets, indifferent to your nakedness, wide open yet mysterious, immaculately conquerable, explicitly consensual. I could touch you anywhere, and you wouldn't wake up. Rejoice. Your body is mine for the taking. Rejoice. But something inside me is breaking. You're completely untouchable.
All right, we're going to have some fun tonight, let's hope. We're going to be doing something a little different here. We're going to be doing some AI art. We got GGab in the chat, James. Can't see that other one. Gen C? Electric on? No, I'm running on generator. If I open that door, you're going to hear a loud generator on the back side of the house. The power has been out for over 24 hours now. It's been almost 30 hours. So it probably won't be on for another couple days. I know the music's probably a little loud, so I'll turn that down a little bit. But yeah, power's still out. So fun times. And I ran out of wood this morning, so Fry, you look like a Canadian. Well, it's cold in here. What, because I got my beard going and this? Yeah. Well, I'm going outside all the time to do stuff, so I just leave that on. Yeah. I'll shave this off in the summertime, but it's about 2 inches long now. I'm glad it's kind of dark in here. But yeah, we're going to do some AI art. So if you don't know what that is, this is going to be fun. So this is something I've really been getting into. Can you call it art? It's a different type of art. It's something I like to say it's manifested, and you create it, you manifest it into creation. And I've produced over 900 AI arts in the last week in my spare time. So here's how it works. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of them to show you how it works, and then we're going to involve the chat room so you can suggest what you want the art to look like. So this is how it works. So we go over here and we type in, so you're going to look at the bottom window now where it's right by where it says nature. So that's our category, is nature, and we're going to type in heart on fire in the woods with snow. How about that? Let's have some snow because it's cold. Alright, so we got hearts on fire. We got heart. Let's do hearts. Let's do more than one heart. Alright. And we're going to do hearts on fire in the woods with snow. And we click generate. And this will take a second. It takes sometimes 30 seconds to 3 minutes, depending on the complexity of it. We got Chaplin in the house. We got Natasha Maeve. We got Partezio, however you say that. Yeah, I probably look like I should be in Canada. All right, here we go. So now let's enlarge this. So it'll just it'll be random. So that one is not what we were expecting. That's more like what we wanted. That's a heart on fire. I don't know why those guys are like that. Alright, so yeah. So it was basically 1 out of 3. It's like gambling. So remember, this is artificial intelligence art. So it's all being generated by the words that I type in that field. So we're going to do a couple more, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to type winner in the chat room, and it'll randomly select somebody in the chat room. And then you can put in the chat what you want me to put. I'll copy and paste to your chat what you want your artwork to look like, and we'll generate it. And if you want, I'll email it to you. We'll just have to keep track of it. That's going to be the most difficult part. Alright, so I kind of like this one right here a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. We'll just click download. All right, we're going to do one more. Let's do radio. No, let's do green and red radio on the water. How about that? Green and red radio on the water. Let's click generate. Boom. We got Doodle Royalty. What is that? Doodle Royalty? No, there's no power. I'm running on generator. And here's the thing. I filled up the generator at 250 and I can get about 12 hours and 50 minutes out of it. But I'm pulling more of a load on it right now running the studio. So I'm probably going to only be able to get about 11 and a half hours. Because it burns more gas when you pull more load on it. So I filled it up at 250. So if I filled it up at 250, when can I expect to have to start refilling that generator? All right, so that's pretty cool. So we typed in green and red radio on the water. So that's the concept right there. And this is AI generated art. It's kind of addictive in a way if you're an artist or visual like I am. So I like that one the best so far. That one looks like a ice chest almost. And that's an old school looking radio. I kind of like that one too. Is the music too loud in the background? Just let me know. I'm running Color Theory in the background. And I'm sure I'll get copyright strikes because YouTube is not... Their algorithm is messing up. They think it's a copyrighted song when it's not. But I don't care about the video being monetized. Alright. We got the Zero Squad, TV Squad. We got Captain T. Alright, so I'm going to do one more and then we're going to select a random person from the chat room. With this Nightbot, we'll do that. And we'll see. Has Nightbot jumped into the chat room yet? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and save this. And we're going to do one more. You got to be creative when you do this. Alright, so that one's saved. So what should we do next? Let's do Cat in the Woods. Cat in the Woods. With snow. No, with fire and ice. At night. There we go. Alright, so we got Cat in the Woods with fire and ice at night. Let's do this. This one's probably going to take a little bit longer to generate. Yeah, it took me a while to set up this layout in Prism. I've been working on it for the last hour. I didn't want to show my ugly mug because I haven't shaved since 3 days after Christmas. But I can get away with that. I don't have to worry about the spousal acceptance factor right now. So. Alright, so here we go. We got the two cats with something on fire in the background. Let's see what the next one. So this one will generate 4 at a time for free. You can pay and get higher resolution and higher detail. So that was pretty lame. Alright, so that one was lame. I'm going to do one more. No, we'll go ahead and start with the chat room now. So here we go. I'm going to do a random selections. So I'm going to type in, I think it's winner. Let's see. Winner. Let's see if that works. That should select somebody randomly from the chat room. If I remember right. It might just be win. Alright. So, that worked. So, Partezio, however you say your chat name, go ahead and type in the chat the next thing that you type, what you want the AI to generate. So, it's up to you. Come on, you can do this. Come up with something creative, but not too long. You know, keep it short, but creative. Don't do anything lame like I did on the last one, the cats. I think so far, I started off the stream with this right here. It kind of matched the fireplace, that's why I liked it. Alright, a hole in a mountain. All right, there we go. So Partezio says he wants a hole in a mountain. So let's see what we get when we put a hole in the mountain. Let's go back up here. Copy and paste. See how easy that is? We're going to do the nature theme. So you got different things. You can do steampunk. I didn't ask you that. I guess we'll keep it at nature right now. But you can add different categories, and the AI does a completely different art. All right, so here we go. All right, here we go. It's working on it. So I didn't get an answer in the chat. Is the music too loud or not loud enough? Because I'm jamming in here with it. I can feel the bass. All right, here we go. This is what it came up with. So that's a waterfall. That's kind of a hole in the water, really. That's kind of cool. Yeah, those are nice. Oh yeah, that's really cool. No music sound? You can't hear music? No music? Really? Y'all are not hearing the music? Really? That's a bummer. I'm going to pull up my stream and see what it sounds like real quick. Hold on just a second. Because that is not... Because I'm showing in Prism that I'm pulling up desktop audio. So, just delay a game here. I'm going to keep talking. Just delay a game here. Okay, I can hear the music. I can hear the music. Yeah. So are you saying the music's too loud? Okay. Alright. Y'all are messing with me or something. I did turn it up a little bit. Alright. Oh, that song's just too much. That song's over the top. Hold on a second. Next. Alright, so we're going to do this one more time. Random selection from the chat. Here we go. And Nightbot's going to pick somebody. And remember, make it something kind of short, but very creative if possible. Alright, so Catman T. You are the next one that gets to play the AI bot game. So put something in the chat that you think is fun and creative. Now you can hear it. Okay, yeah, I turned it up a little bit. Alright, so Catman, you're up. Your mic is a bit harsh and distorted. Alright, so I'm running. Oh, yeah. I'm talking a little bit louder now because I'm playing the music really loud in here. So I'll pull my mic down. There we go. Yeah, I was popping in the red. I wasn't paying attention. Radio 101. Alright, there we go. Volcano with rainbow. Oh, this is going to be fun. See, this is fun. Alright, volcano with rainbow. Alright, let's do this. Volcano with rainbow. Paste. Create. Alright, so it's generating. We got an AI generating a volcano with rainbow. Now we're still doing a nature category. We're going to stick with nature because I've seen that it's the most detailed and the most real world for some reason. When you do steampunk and cyberpunk, those are not so real. Alright, so you can see there's kind of a volcano, but it's not erupting. You didn't say erupting, but it's actually erupting on that one. That's cool. I like that one. And it looks like it's running down into a tank of water, some kind of water or body of water. That one has a name on it for some reason. That one's nice. Yeah. So that was cool. I kind of like. Let's see, which one do I like best? Kind of like them all. That one not so much because it has text in the middle for some reason. So yeah, that one almost looks like Devil's Mountain, except Devil's Mountain is not pointed like that. Alright, let's select somebody random here. Alright, your mic is low volume but continues distorting. Okay, well, can you not understand me? Because I'm on this, you know, old headset. You're the only one complaining about the mic. Alright. Winner. As long as you can understand me, I'm not trying to win a sound quality test with my voice. Alright, here we go. Who wins? Alright, the Zero TV Squad, you're up next. So, you know what we're doing here now. So, in the chat room, put in exactly what you want me to copy and paste into the AI art generator. So, Natasha May says, you sound good. Okay, awesome. Okay, it is also my one remaining ear. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. You probably have your headphones up so loud that it's distorting. Alright, so did you get that? Is the Zero TV Squad still in the chat? If you are, type in what you want the AI bot to generate, and if not, we'll go to the next person. What's happening, Drip? So yeah, I'm on generator power still, and it's probably going to be days before they get the power back on, because there's no updates on the website, and I've been doing a lot of research, and there's just not enough linemen to go around to fix what happened to Texas in the last 2 or 3 days. It's a disaster. If you go out on the streets, there's like a tree that's down in everybody's yard. They're in the roads. It's crazy. I've never seen so much ice. When the first ice storm hit, I'm like, okay, this is kind of like it was in the 90s. And when it hit the second day, that was over the top. Alright, so here we go. Zero TV Squad. He's putting in right here. I'll be able to read it in a second. Ocean with snow and colorful. Alright. Let's see what we got there. So, meanwhile, we're going to pull this back up so it's not just a white screen while it's generating. And we'll go through these again while it's generating. And when it's done generating, we'll pull up the Zero TV Squad. Yeah, I really kind of like this one too. Alright, here we go. What did it come up with? Ah! That's cool. Look at that little body of water on top of this little mountain cliff thing here. Almost looks like a swimming pool right here. AI does some funny stuff. That's nice. That's cool. Look how clean that water is. And of course that one, they want you to pay. They're like, "Oh, this one is you could pay to get this one." But what's the point? We're just having some fun here. All right, that's cool. That one is really nice. I like the sun in that one. Yeah. And that one's got a cool look to it. You can just cruise right through there in your little boat. All right, let's select another one now. All right, here we go. I need to shorten my command for winter, so I don't have to type so much. I'm probably just going to put W. I need to go in and edit the code on Nightbot. All right, so come on, Nightbot. We got GJ in the chat. And the winner is Fry TV Now. All right, so I get to select one. Rigged. This is rigged. All right, so we got to make this a good one here. What are we going to do here? Let's do heart on fire with ice on water. Water. If I can type, water at night. At night with let's see, let's make it stormy. With a night storm. There we go. Let's get, I know I tell you to keep it short. And look at me. I'm making them long. Alright, here we go. Did I spell it right? Heart? Yeah, heart and fire. On fire. Heart on fire with ice on water. With a, we'll see what happens. That one's kind of a disjointed sentence, so who knows what's going to happen there. Nightbot, what is going on there? The bot command for channel. Did somebody promote their channel? What's going on with that? Oh yeah, so if you have a wrench, you can promote your channel. If you want to link your channel up, if you want to share your link in the chat room, we got Coda B in the chat room. We got Native in the chat room. So if you want to promote your channel, just do this right here. Type in link. Type in link. Easier to say, link. And it should, if you got a wrench, you can promote your channel that way. Alright, so I'm zoning out here. Here we go. This is what it came up with. So that, we typed in heart on fire with ice on water with night storm. With a night storm. So that was a cool one. And for some reason, this little thing comes up. This little animal sometimes. AI does some weird things. That one looks kind of cyberpunk, even though we're still on the nature theme. And that one looks kind of cyberpunk. Yeah. Alright, cool. So here we're going to do a winner now. Winner. Somebody typed in fans. No, I think it's just fan. Sleep. Alright, who won? Alright, Sean won. Sean American something. I can't see it. I need to get a bigger monitor over here because the text is so small. So Sean American, you're next. So put something in the chat that you want the AI bot to generate. Yeah, Natasha said I'm addicted now. I want to make sure. I'll send you the link, Natasha. I'll send it to you after the stream. Cause this, trust me, I searched for hours looking for the best AI generator that didn't charge and that allowed you to keep going. And this one's limited to resolution and how many you get at a time and the amount of accuracy, but it pretty much does a good job overall. And this one is actually more detailed than some of the ones that make you pay after 5 times. And I've generated over 900 and something pictures with AI so far. All right, so I'm zoning out here. So what did they come up with? Are they not in the chat still? So if you don't put something in the chat within the next 30 seconds, I'll pick another winner. So it's Sean American. Going once, going twice. Maybe they already left. I'll give them another chance. We can always go back to you. Alright, I'm going to select somebody else. I'm really surprised it got the face. It's the same person. It's rigged. I guess it knows that. What's going on with Nightbot? We're gonna do this one more time. Rigged. Alright, we're gonna switch songs. I need to put my playlist in here. This is not my Color Theory playlist. This is just out of the 430 songs I have of Color Theory. This is it's the same one! What's going on with Nightbot? Are you joking? Nightbot is she got some short-term memory issues. Let's do this one more time. And there's no way for me to reset Nightbot. Nightbot racist. Yeah, there's something going on. New winner, right? I wish that would work. Wow. That's never happened before. 3 times in a row. Let me go into chat and see if that person's even a participant. No. That person's not even showing up as a participant in the chat. So, at this point, I'm going to just keep doing it and see what happens. We need new elections, right? It's rigged. Alright, Graham, you got it. So you got your new election system? Here we go. The voting system is all safe. You actually won. It's not rigged anymore. So Graham, it's all you, but you figure out what you want. So you can do stuff like that, or this. Or this. That's the one that I came up with. Alright, Graham, so. Alright, so you got it. Dream Catcher. Catchers in the Woods. Is that what it is? I'll be able to find out when I put it in the bigger part of the screen here. Dream Catchers in the Woods it is. Let's generate. Uh-oh. Does not support characters. I don't see a character in there. Maybe because I put a space? The AI generator does not support characters. I don't see one. Did you put one in there? I don't see it. I don't see anything in there. Okay, so for some reason I just redid the W and it worked. So it's generating right now. So we're going forward. So just give it a second. So you like the idea, Natasha? That's cool. That's good. That makes me happy. Alright, here we go. That's a dream catcher. And that's more than one, because I think you said catchers. Yep, it's got an S on it. There's 2 dream catchers. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them. And there's some ferns down there. Check out the ferns. So it's probably wet in those woods. And there's moss. It does a pretty good job with nature. That's what I like about it. That's really cool. Alright, let's see if it's rigged still. We're going to the next one. Let's see if Nightbot... Ah! KCA TV. That's my dad. If you're still awake and you can handle the distorted microphone, you're up next. So figure out what you want at the AI bot. If you want to participate, you don't have to. But you can keep it short or as long as you want. But you can't put any characters for whatever reason. That's what it said. Whatever it means by that. I didn't change anything. I just retyped the W and it worked. So maybe that was just a glitch. Yeah, and see, what I love about this is I was thinking, okay, I have my imagination of stuff that I like for AI art, but what will other people suggest? And that's the coolest part about this is it's everybody else's suggestions. It opens up a whole new world of creativity. Like this one. You know, who would think of a red and green radio on the water to be such a cool picture, but that one's kind of cool. And that one is too. They're all kind of cool. And that's what I started the stream off with. And that was just me typing in heart on fire. And that's what it came up with. So maybe KCA TV is falling asleep already. We'll give you a second. If not, we'll go to the next person. And I did these 4 days ago. That's a ice heart on fire. And that almost looks like a bee. I don't know, some kind of bug. And then that one I did 4 days ago. Okay, I'm here. All right, so if you're there, it's you got picked as a winner. So type something in the chat that you want the AI bot to, just whatever you put in the chat. I'm going to copy and paste it into the generator, and it will generate whatever you say. So just picture an image in your head that you want, a picture that you would love to hang on the wall, and type those words in the chat, and I will copy and paste it, and we'll generate it and see what the AI comes up with. That's funny. Yeah, it's gonna censor stuff. We're used to being censored. Hey, how's it going, AMC Kingdom? Alright, so we're giving you some more time. So KCA TV, we're giving you a little bit more time. What do you want AI to generate? You can keep it simple. Doesn't have to be but a couple of words. At least 3 words is nice. You can do 2. I mean, like, look at this one here. I did, which one did I do here? That's 3 words. Heart on fire, and look at what it came up with. Alright, so we're going to give you about 30 more seconds, and we're going to go to somebody else. I can put I am here in there if you don't want to come up with anything. While we're waiting, we'll just do that. While we're waiting, we're going to put I am here and generate that until he comes up with something. There we go. We're generating I am here. And we'll look at these while it's generating. And time's up. Let's see what we got. So yeah, that's what I've seen with this AI. If it doesn't know what to do, it will generate I am saying it. I'm gonna have to put that chat. Is that what you want? Let's see, copy. If it doesn't know what to do, it makes those kind of like foxy looking creatures. And that's kind of cool. I guess that's the default. I am saying it repeatedly. Yeah, well, you're not typing anything in the chat. So, type in the chat. We don't see anything. Let me make sure I'm on live chat. Hold on. Maybe you're typing it and I don't see it. Alright, I'm on live chat. Okay, do you not see my... Okay. Alright, so, okay, my bad. I didn't have it on live chat. So, my mistake. Okay, YouTube. Get rid of that stupid feature. What's the point of having it where it hides people's chats? Okay? Alright, so I didn't have my setup on live chat. I had it on top chat. Why would it default to something where it's hiding chats? Alright, so I'm going to have to go back. Walking asshole in the woods. Alright, here we go. We're doing this. Alright. That was a little bit of delay of game there. Boom. Up. Asshole is forbidden to use due to our TOS. Please remove it. To proceed. We just got canceled. We're canceled now. Even AI is canceling us. See, that's what I don't like about this. I've seen that same thing happen before. What did I put in there and it canceled me? God. Alright, so what can we substitute for asshole? Walking hole. Walking stick. We'll just do that for now. In the woods. I probably spelled that wrong. There we go. I can't see. Ziggy. Spell stick. Then why is it showing up wrong? S-T... Oh. See, I have dyslexia. Y'all just have to know that. S. I have the C and the K. See, that's when it really... It's the simple words that I can't see that they're mixed up. Welcome to my brain. Damage. Alright, here we go. Walking stick in the woods. So yeah, we got canceled on that one. We got Julie Mumphrey in the house. We got Plasmar1. Am I saying that right? Try Bumhole? Bumhole? Okay, I can try Bumhole next. Alright, here's our walking stick in the woods. Now. So he's got a stick leg. And he's holding a stick. There's our little furry creature again. A little animal. That's a different type of animal. He's holding a stick. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. That guy's almost skinny enough to be a stick. Alright, so Bumhole. Alright, so Natasha, we're going to get this. She requested to replace asshole or whatever was said with Bumhole. So we're going to do that. And we're going to make it walking. Bumhole. It's not going to know that word. In the woods. Let's see if we get canceled on that one. Nope. We didn't get canceled on that one. Walking butt in the woods. I'll try that one next and then we'll go on to the next person. Does he have 2 feet? Let's see. And see, that's the cool thing. Yeah, he's got 3 legs. So if you look, he's got a foot. I don't know if you can see my cursor. He's got a foot right there and a foot right there. And then this peg leg thing right here. Yeah, it doesn't do perfect all the time. Alright, here we go. This is walking Bumhole in the woods. There's 3... Whatever. What is that in the... What is that? Is it somebody bending down? And there's the, that little furry creature. That's like a default in the algorithm. What are these things? Look in the back there. They almost look like, lizard things or something. Or a monkey. A gorilla, maybe? And then some people. But look at that tree, how big it is, and that moss. That's really cool looking. Alright, so what are we doing next? We were doing one more. Walking butt in the woods. That's what we were doing. Alright, walking butt in the woods, and then we're moving to the next person. But yeah, we got canceled with that one, which is a little bit of a bummer. Butt is forbidden. We can't have butt on there. Wow. So yeah, I guess they don't want you to make your own material, as I should say. So yeah, we're going on to the next one now. So we know we've been canceled. So let's go winner. We got canceled on that one. Alright, who's going to be the next one? So have something in your mind already. Have an idea right now what you want this AI art to generate. And that way you can be really fast at it. So AMC Kingdom, you win. So what would you like to hang on your wall? What kind of AI art would you like? What would you like to have on your wall? Or on the side of your vehicle? Or on a shirt? Or on the bottom of your shoe? So, are you still in the chat room? That one's kind of cool. And yes, it's distilled water. That's all I drink. Got Katie in the chat. I don't understand, but it's interesting to watch. Alright, Katie, so here's what's going on. AI art is something that's kind of... computer processors are getting to be so fast now that it can generate art on the fly just by putting words in. And there's websites. I'm on a website right now that's doing this. This is coming from the website. And I type in the field of the website what I want it to generate, and I click generate. You can select categories if you want, but we're sticking with nature for now because nature seems to be the more realistic one. It's not so fantasy-like. We could do fantasy if you want. AMC, did you fall asleep? We're going to go to somebody else if you did. I'd like to see what the AI disposition of God is. Alright, so we'll do some freebies if we can do one while we're waiting for AMC. So Natasha, put in the chat what you want it to be while we're waiting for AMC. He could have just walked away, or he or she. Oh, AMC Kingdom says lurk. So AMC is lurking, so we're going to have to pick a new winner. Alright, so we are picking a new winner. Alright, just God? Okay, we're going to put God in there? Okay. We're going to put God in there while we're waiting. It might be canceled. We might be canceled right here. Nope, it didn't cancel us. I put God in there like Natasha said. So I think AMC said lurk up there, so that means probably they're not in the chat room. They're probably watching on their TV, which is just fine. So we're coming up with God here. It's still generating. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So like I was expecting, when it doesn't understand something, it comes up with these little fairy animals. That's the default for, I don't know. And I guess that's programmed into the algorithm. Look at his tail right there. There's a little bit of missing tail. And look, he's got like an arm here and one kind of not right there. And that one looks pretty normal. God lurking in the clouds. Alright, creepy? Yeah, Katie. Alright, so Katie, maybe you're going to be the winner next. So we're going to type in winner and see. At a certain point, I can just take suggestions from the chat, but then I won't be able to keep up with them. So Natasha, all right. So you get to go one more time. It's rigged. Natasha, what do you want now? Or what would you like to hang on your wall, or wear as a shirt, or
Doesn't always mean that I'm having fun. I may laugh reflexively.
So we'll wait a little bit. So yeah, the default for I don't understand is the little animals right here.
Have my full consent if you're willing to relent. The rule of tickles
Got Wayne in the chat. I want to sit by the fireplace. Yeah, well that's why I got it right underneath me, so I can keep my hands warm right here. It's nice and cozy. Because there's a chill in the air. Alright, giant sitting around a campfire. Alright, so giant sitting around a campfire. Here we go. Natasha she won twice in a row. Well, so did Sean, won 3 times. Here we go. It's generating. So while it's generating, we'll go back to one of these. Like that. And we'll change the song up. That's a cool song. Alright, so Plasmer 1. The person who made it probably was a cat meme fan. Ah! You're talking about the person that helped write the code, had an influence on if it doesn't understand the default's a cat type animal. You never know. Could be. Alright, let's see what it came up with. Here we go. This is giants sitting around a campfire. That's cool. They're giant, but they still have that fur on them. They're not human-like. Those are more like monkeys. And that one is literally on the fire. It's probably a little toasty right there, buddy. Wow, okay, so this one, you got a kid over here and a girl, like an Indian girl maybe, looking like here on the left. And then this dude here, he's pretty scary looking. And then you got Alright, so we got everything was kind of cool, but then they threw us a curveball here. That dude's head doesn't match his body. That just doesn't go together. And what is he looking at? He's just kind of looking over here into nowhere. He's not even looking at the fire like the rest of them. That's crazy. All right, let's select another winner here. Winner. Let's see who's going to be the winner. Coda B still in the chat. Maybe Coda will win this time. Plasma wins. Plasma won. I think I'm saying that right. So what would you like to hang on your wall? What kind of art would you like to see? Or maybe something you wouldn't like to see. Just anything. But I love the creativity. Take your time. We'll look through these other ones here. We got plenty of these to look through. Let's see, which ones can we go back and look at while we're waiting? This one was nice too. That one right there is so cool. Like, look how clean that water is right there too. Alright, the clock's ticking. Everybody's staring at you. Everybody's staring. Come up with something. This one was nice too. They're all nice. I'm really surprised how AI can do that so fast. It comes up with 4 images in that amount of time. And they're all pretty much on topic for the most part. Alright. And the winner is, UFO. Alright. Oh, this is a good one. Oh yeah, see, this is exciting. This is something completely different. UFO that is a banana driven by ants. That's crazy. But that's great. Yeah, see, the imagination is an awesome thing. We'll keep this up there while it's waiting for it to generate. Wayne says, I am cooking a hot dog and on the fire. Cool. I hope you have some good mustard with that and some black pepper. All right, Katie says, what is the AI self-image? Self-image? Can you elaborate on that? Are you asking for the site, the website? The website to this AI, I'll give it to you here in a second. I'll put it in the chat. Oh, this is cool now. Now, it's not going to probably do the ants. So we got the UFO right there. And we had a UFO with some type of... that's really the focus is off on that. It's like in focus when it should be... This one's not really... That one's really weird. Here we go. There's an ant. There's an ant. I guess that's an ant. It's kind of an ant. I don't know if the ant is carrying something or if that's the egg. Oh, here's an ant down here too on the left. All right, we got one more. And looks like we got ants or bees. What are those? I think that's a bee flying. And it looks like we have bees flying around. Those could be flying ants. Oh, look. That's a Venus flytrap right here. Look at that. That's a Venus flytrap. It looks exactly like one. Or am I seeing things? Yeah, that was a great... See, you're really challenging this AI to step it up a notch. Alright, let's select another winner. Alright. Winner. Alright, Katie. The AI can show an image of how AI sees what? I'm going to have to copy and paste that word. It's just too small. I got to get a better monitor on the right side. I really need 3 monitors over here in the living room. AI self. I see, I don't understand the word AI self. Alright. Remember, Katie, I have 2 brain cells with dyslexia and a brain injury. So you have to take it easy on me. Katie, you're a winner. So now, here we go. Not a word? Not a word? Okay, so Katie, you won. So now, what do you want? What would you like to hang on your wall or wear on your shirt or just to look at, even on a computer screen? You can keep it short. You've seen what everybody else has typed so far. So just use your imagination. We're having fun here. We're broadening our horizon. We're creating new brain cells by doing this. We're all having fun, expanding our minds, and traveling through time in a UFO in the woods. I like that one the best because it's in the woods and there's actually some ant-looking things in there. This one's cool too, but this one kind of looks a little sinister because of the Venus flytraps and there's 2 of them. This one looks more peaceful. Alright, so what did Katie come up with? Katie, it's your turn. So just type anything in the chat that you want the AI bot. If not, we can pass. So just let me know. So Native says, thank you. Let's see. Tim. So we're going to wait a little bit for Katie. I know she's not on a computer. so it could take her a second. Yeah, I find it difficult to type on my phone screen. Alright, here we go. This is what she wants. This is what she gets. So that's gravity or magnet. Let's see. That's going to be interesting. Gravity or magnet. See, the creativity here is just amazing. We are not robots. We all have different thoughts in our heads. That's the amazing part. Up. I was afraid it was going to do that. When it doesn't understand, it goes to the default. But look, it put it in a little space-looking suit or something. That's cool. What is on his head? He's got some kind of little armor thing. Is that moss he's holding or grass? Yeah, that one's in some kind of weird suit too. What's that in his hand? What is that? Can't really tell. But yeah, so that's what you get when you type gravity or magnet. Alright, let's go to the next one here. I need to change my command. Alright, so I need some help in the chat room. I filled up the generator, let's say at 3 o'clock. I filled it up at 3. And I get about 12 hours of runtime. Because I would hate for the generator to stop right now. I get 12 hours runtime, so what's 12 hours from 3 o'clock p.m.? What time would that be? Can anybody help me with that? Alright, plasma run again. Well, we'll do plasma one more time. Plasma, you get another one. So you get another one. It's rigged. Toaster over... Alright, here we go. Toaster. I'll be able to read it bigger here in a second. Toaster over sports car time machine. Wow. Oh no, oven. I think you said oven. Toaster oven sports car time machine. Okay. Wow. This will be interesting. We're just going to go through these while we're waiting. Fry, why you on generator? Power's been off. Power's out all around Texas. Yeah, it's biblical ice event. Never seen before. I've never seen it. Nobody else has either. It was thundering and lightning and raining hard like a thunderstorm, but it was freezing rain. It was the most humbling event I've ever experienced when it comes to storms. Almost more than a tornado, in a sense. Because there was ice everywhere, but it was thundering and lightning and raining hard. But it was freezing on contact. It was pretty wicked. Alright, here we go. What did it come up with? Alright, so this is toaster oven sports car time machine. That's pretty cool. That kind of looks like a time. It looks like a toaster. Kind of looks like you would put the lever might be back there or something. It looks toastery ish. Now that looks like a toaster. That's a double toaster. That's probably expensive. Yeah, because you can slide your pizza in down here or your toast, and then you can bake something bigger up here. That's a pretty good one right there. Oh, so here we got a kitchen setting. We got shelves in this one, and we got little pots with spices maybe in it. Now that's more like a toaster radio combo. You got knobs right here. That's kind of retro looking. So yeah, the imagination is an amazing thing. Alright, let's select another one. Yeah, the power's been out. It went out yesterday at 7:40, and I've gone through 3 tanks of generator gas, I think. All right, so the winner is Graham. So here's what's going on. The more you type in the chat, the more it selects you, I think. So Graham, you're a winner. Are you still in the chat? All right, so 3 a.m. says 03 a.m. Okay, so to be safe, I need to for sure stop streaming before 3. I need to give myself an hour buffer because I'm pulling more of a load on the generator, so it's going to use more gas. So I'll have to for sure stop the stream. I don't think we're going to go that long anyway, but just in case, I need to know that. Chaplain, this is amazing. Cool. I'm glad people are liking this. I'm glad y'all are liking it. All right, so Graham. All right, here we go. Graham typed in something that I don't think it's going to understand. All right. Winnie the Pooh. Is that what you said? Let's look. X-I Jing is Winnie the Pooh? I don't know. I don't even know how to say that. X-I Jinping? What is X-I Jinping? School me. This probably won't work. Yeah, see, I'm lost on that one. We'll go back while it's generating. We're going to go back and look at our previous one. I'm glad y'all can't see me very well. Hey, Tim, what's happening? Sorry, new to this. What are we doing? What do you win? You win a can of free air that will never be shipped to you. And if you win twice, you'll win 2 cans of free air that will never be shipped to you. So that's what you're winning. Canned air. What we're doing, Tim, sorry. We're, if you win, you get to type in the chat what you would like the AI bot to put on the screen. So if you want to see AI bot print a heart on fire, then you just put that in the chat, and I will put that in the AI bot, and it will generate stuff like this. So this one was Jingy is Winnie the Pooh. X-I Jingy is Winnie the Pooh. So that's Winnie the Pooh. That's pretty close to Winnie the Pooh. That's Winnie the Pooh with something on its belly. And a little bitty baby Winnie the Pooh down here. But that's cool. And that's Winnie Pooh with an extra arm coming out of his back. See, that's what AI does sometimes. That extra arm. Or is that, no, that, because that's the tail. This is like an extra arm or 2 tails. That could be 2 tails. But that's pretty cool. All right, so Tim, if you want to, if you're new to the chat, you can suggest something right now, and I won't even select a winner. So Tim, type in the chat what you'd like, and I'll, if not, I'll select a winner. Or Nightbot will. No tigers, says Chaplain. Alright, okay, Plasma says, to the backstory is the Chinese communist leader. They banned Winnie the Pooh? What? I'll have to look into that. Wow. Alright, throw some fart spray in 3 and... Okay, is that what you want in there? Alright. So Tim, there we go. I'm putting that in there. So we'll see what the AI thinks about that. Oh, we got cancel cultured here. Cannot create. It says fart is forbidden. So you cannot pass gas in the AI world because you know binary smells. So we can't have the word fart in there because that would be a little bit too aggressive for AI. So you'll have to do another one. Nightbot says drink water. I should add to that distilled water. Yeah, it won't take characters like that, Tim. I'll try it. Let me put it in there. I'll put that eagle in there. I don't think it does. I tried it the other day. Yeah, it will not take a character. Wouldn't that be cool if you could just put a character in there? American Eagle. Alright, here we go. Rock and roll. American. It's generating. While it's generating, we'll have a look at Winnie the Pooh. Love you too, Nightbot. Yeah, so it's a funny thing. AI really does not understand sometimes. How's it going? Indigo? Indigo? I'm seeing some new names in the chat. Alright, here we go. This is an American Eagle. So this is AI's version of what an American Eagle looks like. So this was generated on the fly. In the matter of time, somebody suggested it in the chat room, across the internet, across the world. And I typed it in this keyboard, and it goes back out to the internet, goes to a supercomputer somewhere, and then it comes back to me. And then you're seeing it on the stream while I'm talking. How amazing is that? In real time, for the most part. It did a really good job with the eagle. I'm impressed with that. It looks a little cartoony though. Let's do this. Alright, so we're on the nature theme down here. If you look on the lower left where it says nature, I'm going to select steampunk. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the American Eagle, but we're in the steampunk category now. So it should be different looking. So let's see what steampunk American Eagle looks like. That should be pretty cool. So Katie wants to see AI self-portrait. Well, Katie, tell me how to type that in the chat. Put in the chat what you want me to put into the AI, and I'll do that. Exactly the words. You don't have to be a winner. We can do that right now. I just do the winner thing just because it's supposed to be random. All right, so here is American Eagle with the steampunk theme. That's kind of cool. I'm liking the steampunk because it adds a little bit of armor right there. And who doesn't want armor going through their life right there? We all need some protection. So the steampunk here is not really presenting itself so much, but maybe it's the thing that it's sitting on is more steampunky. There's some steampunkish presenting itself right there. That looks kind of mechanically inclined there. Some kind of hinging mechanism or something. Alright, so he's got an extra eye, and he's got somebody riding on his back, it looks like. Which really doesn't have anything to do with steampunk, but that's pretty cool. Let's do one more just like that. Let's do another steampunk of the American Eagle and see what we get. Alright, so what did Katie put in the chat? She hasn't done anything yet. Can you pick me next? Yeah, Nick, go ahead. Yeah, if you want to do it, tell me. Funny, Graham. No. Only the channel owner can do the jokes, but we can do some jokes if y'all want. All right, here we go. So this is, that looks like what was that cartoon? The big cartoon chicken? Yosemite Sam or something? I can't remember. That kind of looks like him. All right, somebody's being attacked. That's kind of steampunk looking. His feet look like they're a little bit of steampunk action. And this one says that in order to see this image, you need to pay. Or not. All right, Fry, half your commands don't work. Graham, you can't trigger a joke. Here, we'll stop real quick and we'll do a joke. So we're gonna do, we'll do a joke. We'll do 5 ? So we're just gonna have a break here. We'll do a joke real quick. All right. So, the joke is, what's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle? What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle? And I'll give y'all a second to answer, and then I'll present the answer here in a second. So Graham, only the channel owner can make the jokes pop up. And I did that because it would just mess up the whole process. I know, but I will not say. Yeah, I think I did this joke the other night. I should have gone in the higher number. I need to add more jokes to Nightbot. It just takes so much time that I don't have. Of course, I have it right now, but I wanted to spend this time with the family. Alright, so I'm going to give it about 10 more seconds, and then I'm going to put the answer in. So somebody says attire. River says attire. So that was joke number 5. This is how I wrote the code. So if I type number 5 in there, it should present the answer. And remember, only I can do this as the channel owner. There it is. So you were right. It was attire. Yeah, a tire and a wheel. Alright, so that was the joke period. Alright, so somebody wanted to go next. Who is that in the chat room? Whoever said that I want to be next, and I said you can, go ahead and type what you want in the chat, and we'll put it in the AI generator. Can you pick me next? Okay, Nick. Nick is the one. So Nick, what do you want AI to generate? Donald Trump storm America flag. You typed it twice, and it's the same. All right, I'll select either one. That's going to be interesting because it did Kevin Trudeau. Let's see if it knows. Oh, we got canceled. The AI art generator does not support characters. Oh, that's because of, I need to do this. It's going to do it. I'm going to have to retype something. It doesn't like a capital T, I think, and the capital D. I don't think we can do caps. Yeah, the A is capitalized. I think that's what it is. How did we get past this before? Let me do this. I'm going to retype it because it's seeing characters in there somehow. So I'm going to pull up a notepad. Just give me a second. And I'm going to retype this. Alright, here we go. I know this is going to work. We're going to do this. We're not going to let it cancel us. Oh, man. You're lucky you don't have my brain. Everything is a challenge.
I saw you staring at your horoscope, lost and disappointed.
I probably spelled that wrong. E R. Why is it showing red? I'm just gonna run with it anyway. I just don't get it. All right, now let's see if that works. If I typed it in there, it won't let the word Trump go in there. Donald Trump. Let's see if that's what it is. All right, I'm gonna refresh the page. It could just be a code issue. The AI art generator does not support characters. I don't see a character in there. Am I putting 2 spaces? Is that what it is? That's what it was. Okay. So what that was is there was 2 spaces in between a word. So we learned something new. And it sees the space as a character. So that means that, and I understand why, because when you're writing code, that's actually information or non-information, and that would mess up your code. I deal with that all the time with Simeon at the radio station. All right, here we go. So Donald. Oh, I didn't put Donald Trump. Well, we're going to do that over again. Hold on. We'll go back to that one. I just want to do this one right. Where are the 2 spaces hiding? I don't see the problem here. Houston, we have a problem. It's almost like it doesn't let you say Donald Trump. Right? That's what I'm getting here. Yeah. It won't say Donald Trump. But we can do Storm. No, when we do that, I don't know. That one's not working. Let's just see what it came up with Donald Storm here. That's a little frustrating. So we're doing steampunk still, so steampunk is the theme. And it looks like steampunk is a little more cartoonish. So, Nick, can you come up with something different? And we'll definitely do another one there. Yes, that's why I picked that. Oh, because you knew it wouldn't do it? Maybe just President Trump. All right. We'll try that. Yeah, I'm just curious to see how much cancel culture we have. Look how it's just infesting the big tech world, and now something that's supposed to be fun gets censored. Okay, so it took President Trump. I just don't understand that. All right, here we go. We'll look at the flag there. How realistic is that flag? It's probably got too many stars. Those aren't really stars. And of course it has a war footing with the tank. Alright, what did it come up with? There's Donald Trump. This is the steampunk version of Donald Trump. He's got a cyborg looking head. That's great. It did a pretty good job. Remember, this is AI. So let's do the nature version of that and see what that looks like. So we're going to do just a normal version and see if it looks more realistic. Now we're doing President Trump. It should be more realistic looking. Right now we'll go back to the previous one. We're looking at the steampunk version. But yeah, it did the hair pretty good. That one's not so orange hair. I was surprised that the hair is not more orange. Orange hair bad. Orange man bad. He's got some bags under his eyes. All right, what did it come up with? This is the natural version here of Donald Trump under the natural category. The face looks a little distorted, and he's got his sidekick, little furry guy. We got some geoengineering in the background. So look, AI is even putting in chemtrails. Isn't that something? Got to have our geoengineering. Donald Trump's a little bit short right there. What's he holding? What is that? What is he holding? That's interesting. Yeah, it looks like he's wearing an ice skate on the right foot. On his right foot, it looks like he's wearing an ice skate or something. I love to see the AI glitches. AI does not do well with faces most of the time, but the steampunk version was pretty accurate on his face. I was impressed. So that's interesting to know about the algorithm. We're going to go back one more time just because I want to know. We're going to go back to steampunk. We're going to do President Trump again. I want to see if the face is as accurate as it was the first time, because if you look at this, that looks more like his face than the nature version. Yeah, that's a pretty good job there. That's really good job. So yeah, I'm curious to see. Yeah, steampunk seems to be more accurate. Of course, it's more cartoon-like, and I think that's why it's able to present something more accurate, because it's... Now, he looks like the, one of the guys on The Wizard of Oz. Was it the wizard behind the curtain? Just have a different hair color. This is steampunk Donald Trump right here. That one's kind of funny looking. That was pretty accurate. He's even got his little American flag. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright. I'm going to select the winner into the chat room. Plasma says good night. Good night. Have a good one. Glad you stopped by there. Nightbet says love you all. Love you too. We got Mechanic Eric in the house. Let's see if he will be the next winner. Winner. We're selecting a winner right now. Can we see Biden and Obama? Yeah, we can do that. I just hate doing politics. I want to be a little bit more broad spectrum. Alright, so Jen C, if you're still awake. Graham says good night, Plasma. Jen C, if you're still awake, you're up if you want to play the AI game. What kind of art would you like to hang on your wall? Something you like to have on your shirt? Something you just like to have in your imagination? Something you would like to manifest into creation? Within a minute, you could manifest something. Think of it in your mind. All you have to do is think of the words, or imagine the words in your mind of a picture that you want to see, and then just pick the most distinct things out of that picture and type it in the chat. So far tonight's been pretty amazing with the creativity. I think that's my favorite. That one's kind of cool, of Donald Trump. It's almost like an astronaut. Alright. Wiener dog in leaves. This will be interesting. Alright, so do you want to do steampunk version or nature? We can do both. We'll do both. Wiener dog and leaves. Here we go. So while we're waiting, we'll go back and look at the bald eagle steampunk version. And we're waiting for wiener dog and leaves. And let's see if it's there already. Nope. This was cool too. The toaster oven. Alright, it should be ready now. Alright, so this is a wiener dog in leaves. This is steampunk version of a wiener dog. So there we go. That's our steampunk. That's what's on his back there. He's got some kind of thing he's wearing. That's pretty steampunk. Look at his little watch he's got around his neck. And he's got some armor and stuff on. And something's going on back here that the AI spit out that's just some kind of random thing. Like a random pineapple. Alright, so now we have AI presenting itself as a... So this wiener dog's got two backs. That would have been a great wiener dog if you Photoshop out this back one here. Unless there's another wiener dog back there that's kind of misshapen a little bit. Alright, so that's the steampunk version of wiener dog. Now let's do the nature version and see what we got. We're going to select nature. There's all kinds of categories. You don't just have to do nature or steampunk. You got cyberpunk, you got photo. There's all kinds of cool ones. So Mechanic Eric, seeing how you jumped in late, you don't have to be a winner if you want to do one. Put it in the chat what you want next there, Mechanic Eric. Alright, so this is the nature version of Wiener Dog in the Leaves. So that looks pretty natural. I don't see any armor. Looks pretty normal. Oh, that's a cool one. That's nice. Yeah, these are nice. The nature ones are pretty lifelike. And remember, this is not a picture that somebody took. This is a one-of-a-kind. There's nothing else like it in the world. We just manifested this into reality. You're seeing it on your screen. There's no other picture in the world like this. It's all one of a kind. Being generated by a computer. That's the cool part. Alright. So is Mechanic Eric, has he put something in the chat yet? If he doesn't want to play, then I will select. If somebody doesn't want to do one next, why too many toes? Alright, so somebody want to, I don't have to select a winner. Anybody want something next to go up there on the AI? Doesn't look mean enough? Yeah. Yeah, they are mean. Most of them are. Mechanic Eric could have his volume turned down. He's like, what is this crap? He's probably just turned his volume down. He probably just stopped by to say hi. He's like, I don't want to mess with this. Alright, doesn't look mean enough. I know I got live chat on. Alright. Here we go. While we're waiting for Mechanic Eric. I'm sure we're going to be canceled by this one. Alright, so Natasha suggested something. Volcano. So we're doing nature, and we're doing Justin Trudeau behind bars. So I guess Justin is just behind some regular bars. He's not in jail or anything, is he? Alright, here we go. Come on. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. That's the nature version. I want to do a steampunk version of this as well. He's got his bulletproof vest on and his belt. How many fingers does he have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 6? Yeah, and look at his his other hand here. That's he's almost got like 2 hands in one there. He's got a lot of extra fingers. Oh, now he's Superman. He's pulling the bars apart. He's fixing to leave. His face is pretty spot on though. It did a pretty good job with his face. Alright, so that was a nature version. Let's do steampunk. Let's see what that comes up with. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Empty space. Oh, I need to put it in there. Duh. All right, here we go. Steampunk version of Justin Trudeau behind bars. This is the nature version, and we're doing the steampunks coming up next. Dude has finger cancer. Yeah, he's got some issues. That's the dream right there. Yep, it would be. Maybe it'll happen one day. This is the steampunk version of Justin Trudeau behind bars. Wow. That's a pretty good attempt at, I guess, the flag. That's kind of creepy. Now that kind of looks like, I don't know, it really doesn't look like Justin Trudeau. Does it? Maybe a little bit. But it is steampunk. Let's do a different version. So we have all these categories. We have fantasy, painting, anime, mid-journey style, whatever that is, sci-fi, cyberpunk, photo. Let's do, let's put him in space because we want him to be as far away from us as possible. So we're going to put the space as the theme and Justin Trudeau behind bars. For all you Canadians out there, I'm sure y'all would all appreciate that. His eyes are full of regret, yeah. Alright, so while we're doing that, we're going back to the steampunk version. Yeah, I just don't know what that was trying to be right there. But at least it's creative. Alright, we're jumping the gun here. There we go. That is not Justin Trudeau. So this is fantasy. No, I put space. So that's Justin Trudeau behind bars in space. That was our first big fail of AI. And that's another fail. That's another fail. There's Justin in space, kind of in front of bars. So yeah, that algorithm in that category does not work correctly. And like I said, I found that nature and steampunk are pretty accurate on these algorithms. Alright. Let's see, laugh out loud as far away as possible. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can you please try photo? Yeah, okay, I'll do photo setting. Alright. Natasha is requesting photo. We'll see what that does with Justin Trudeau behind bars. And while we're waiting, we'll just come back over here and look at the fails. That one's definitely a fail. It was same image, but one's got a little darker almost and zoomed in a little more, kinda. Almost the same, not exactly. That one's kind of cool though. What's this over here? Almost looks like a bird. The beaks. There's the neck. I'll show y'all some of my AI art one day on the next stream. I have over 900 AI pictures so far. So this is Justin Trudeau behind bars with photo is the category. So now you can see a little face distortion there. So there's a little distortion there. The eye's a little higher than it should be. And he's got a little action going on here, a little gray 5 o'clock goat. So right here, there's another AI glitch, I would say, because the bar, instead of going in front of his face, it stops right before his face. And you can see his fingers are a little bit curly here, a little more than they should be. So yeah, but he's got this like hippie looking thingy. Or like he's, I don't know. It kind of got him looking like a leprechaun, maybe. The way he's wearing that. But what's going on with his hands here? I guess they're okay. That's something just looks a little weird right there. Yeah, look at these bars right here. They kind of like have a fungus or something growing on them. All right. Next, what are we doing next? So Graham. So anytime you type fry in the chat, you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a toe that falls off. You're gonna get pre-diabetes. You're gonna get hardening of the arteries because you're gonna eat a lot of French fries. All right. Ask for lightning. All right, Tim wants lightning. Alright, y'all are over the top. JG says Michelle Obama is a man. Well, yeah, tell me something I don't know. You want me to put that in the AI? Alright, here we go. Do you want a photo? What category? Let's do photo. Alright, this is request from the chat. Requesting for Michelle Obama is a man. We have freedom of speech in our chat room. I'll put whatever you want in the AI generator. Burger King fries are good. You know, alright, so here we go. That's Michelle Obama is a man. This is photo category. Doesn't really look much different than the normal one. Yeah, that pretty much looks like him. It just looks like Michelle Obama. Looks just like him. And actually, this one right here is pretty close. Because he's always hiding his muscles because he wears the fluffy, you know, the stuff that's always baggy. Alright, what are we doing next? Big Mike. Yep. Big Mike! Big Mike in the house! We got Big Mike in the house! Y'all are coming up with some funny ones. Alright, what are we doing next? Here, while we're waiting, a suggestion in the chat room. Let's see, I need to read the chat here. Please sub to my channel. Yeah, if you have a... I would appreciate everybody that has a channel that they want to promote. It's a lot of people don't know about all these channels in here. Just type link in the chat, just like this, LINK, and it will post your link. And it's a good thing. We all need to promote each other. We need to share the love. And see, just like that, Nightbot put my link in there, but you're already here. You know about this channel. So Chaplain just put link in the channel. Chaplain, you don't have a wrench. Wait a minute. What is wrong with that? I'll fix that right now. I just now noticed that. Now, Chaplain, now you can promote your channel. Sorry about that. Just type it again there. The next time you type, you should have a wrench to promote your channel. And remember, there's no moderating on this channel. This is a free speech platform. The wrenches are only for people to promote their channels, and that's it. Free speech. No censorship over here. We even got Big Mike up in here. We can talk about anything. Alright, so there you go. Nightbot just put in Chaplain's channel in there, so everybody go check out Chaplain. I think he does daily streams, if I'm not mistaken, Chaplain. Sometimes twice a day. I know you do once a day, most of the time. Alright, type a word made of Fries Unreal Engine. Alright, type a word. You want me to put all that into the AI there? So yeah, if you want me to put all that into the chat, into the AI, yes, okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna probably have to take out some characters, but we'll see. All right, here we go. That's the biggest request that we've seen yet. It's probably gonna fail. No, it's taking it. So we're doing a photo this time. I want to do 2 different categories of this after that. I want to do natural or nature, and I want to do steampunk and see what it comes up with. Yeah, he's trying to blow up the AI. The feds are going to be knocking on the door. All right. So this is what a world made of fries, Unreal Engine, hyper-realistic, photo-realistic, in the style of whatever. Ran out of characters. Maybe I didn't paste that right. I might have to do that one again. So yeah, that's pretty photorealistic right there. That's a little cartoony looking. Alright, let me make sure I got that right. I want to make sure I spelled that right. Oh, I left off the Y. We're going to do that one more time. So did I put it like you wanted it in there? Did I do the right thing? Chaplain says Monday. So Monday, Chaplain streams Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. and 10 a.m. Sundays. All right, so on the weekdays, Monday through Friday, he streams 5 p.m. I don't know what time zone that is. And he does 10 a.m. on Sundays. All right, here we go. That is pretty photorealistic. It looks a little cartoony, and her arm is 2 arms in one, or maybe her other arm is under her other arm. Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. Now that really, that right there, you short-circuited the AI. That is a short circuit. And that is some kind of camera thingy. And that one didn't show up. So yeah, these are 2 short circuits. It didn't know what to do with that. Self-image of AI generator. All right, so we're gonna just put that in the chat. So KCA TV. We're putting self-image of AI generator in there and see what it comes up with. We're gonna get to the bottom of what this AI looks like. Who is this AI? What does he look like? Is it a he? Is it a she? Does it have pronouns? Oh, and just in case y'all didn't know, in the chat, you'll see what's coming up next. People with beards are just people without beards with beards. So just in case you didn't know that. Alright, so what do we got? This is a self-image of the AI. So this is what AI, this is what's generating the AI. This is what she looks like. Or he. Or he. That's classic right there. So look at that hair. Is that some kind of hat, wig thing, or is that what is that? That's the most naked I've seen AI generate so far of a person. Those are some blue eyes. Queenie's in the chat. Queenie, if you just got here, we're playing the AI game. So if you put something in the chat that you want the AI to generate. We'll see what it comes up with. So yeah, that is the self-portrait image of the AI generator. That's interesting. So Queenie says, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the like button. Yeah, I don't ask for any donations. Just to push this channel up higher in the algorithm, would share the love with more people. To have fun. We just want to have fun right now. This is all about having fun. We got Hash Browns in the chat. What's happening, Hash Browns? I haven't seen you in a few minutes. Alright. Type in finish the wall and deport the illegals. That's a big job there, GJ. Let's see. Or Ultra MAGA. AI is not going to know what to do with that. We got to stick with something a little bit more. Because if I put that in there, so let me show you what I've done. Fries with a TV on fire. So we're going to do fries with TV on fire. We're going to do steampunk first. Fries with TV on fire. And see what it comes up with. We're going to go back here and look at some of our other art. The wiener dog was pretty good. That was really realistic. I was pretty impressed with that, really. Even the hairs up here. Look at that. The whiskers. Alright, so what did it come up with? So I suggested the AI to... What I said is fries with a TV on fire. So that's not a television, but this is steampunk. Remember, when we go to the natural, it should be a little bit more realistic. Because when you add the steampunk category, it gets a little bit... oh, but look! That's the first time I've ever seen it spell the word. Look. It tried to put fries on there. But the R and the F is too close together. Alright, let's do the nature version of that now. So we're going to go to nature. And we're going to just copy that back. And we're going to paste that there. This is the nature version. So Graham says the AI just goes off of what it's most viewed on the internet. Yeah, I have no idea. Who knows how it's programmed, where it gets its data points, how the algorithm works. But it's not pictures from the internet. It's generated on the fly. Alright, so this is fries with a TV on fire. So again, it threw up the character. Maybe I'm spelling fries wrong. And that's probably what's going on. I'm spelling it like the channel name, and I should spell it the correct way. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to ask the overlords how I should properly spell fries. Ziggy, how do you spell fries? Yeah, that's what I thought. So I think the algorithm will like that the correct way. Now we should have fries with a TV on fire. The correct way. Good night, KCATV. That's my dad, by the way. That is the radio station that he has in California, KCAA. Alright, so this is more like it. This is what, when I first started working with AI, what I started doing it for is just to generate. I have, I'm going to be doing some different stuff with the channel, so I was looking to generate some art for the channel. So this is obviously not a television, but the first one was. So that's what I typed in was fries with a TV on fire. So that's a little bitty TV, and it looks like a webcam with something on top with some fries around it. That's obviously not a television. And what category is this? There's actually an image. Almost looks like a gorilla in there. Alright, so we're going to do steampunk now. That was in nature. We're going to do steampunk. And we'll do fantasy. We'll mix it up. Oh, what happened here? I got to paste this in here. I'm starting to get a little bit tired. I've been averaging about 3 hours of sleep a night, so I'll start getting better sleep soon. Alright, here we go. Natasha says, sweet dreams to Fry's dad. If he's still here, he'll appreciate that. Alright, so this next one is the steampunk category of fries on a TV. So that is definitely steampunky. I don't see a television though. I probably have to put the word television in there to get it more accurate, but there's a TV right there. And it almost spelled out fries the correct way. It's got a couple of F's there that it doesn't need. And there's some fries coming off of a TV. And that one's kind of cool. Almost like a fry monster with its head on fire. And then fire in the background. See how much fun this is? Alright. Let's do one more fry. Let's do fries. Let's do fries on a TV. Let's get it somewhere else though. Let's do fries on a TV. Let's do fries on a TV at night. Yeah, let's make it dark because it's nighttime here. At night, on fire, with ice and red hearts in the sky. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. Except I spelled sky wrong. There we go. That is gonna be interesting. Ask for caramel jockey. Are you telling me to put that in the AI there? JG? Easy for you to say. Yeah, that one's kind of cool. And what does that one have on the screen? VII? It's interesting what AI comes up with. Alright, so this is not what I was expecting. So this is fries on a TV at night on fire with red hearts in the sky, and I don't see any red hearts. There's a little train or a tractor or something down here. Yeah, that was I would say that's a fail. And it's all how you word it. Obviously, I did not word that correctly. So let's do this. We got Jimmy in the chat. All right, so let's do this. I want red hearts. Hearts on fire in the sky. With a night storm. On ice. There we go. That should give us something. What do you think? And we're doing a steampunk. I'm going to switch to the nature one, and I think we'll get more accurate. Can you please try WordPress? Are you talking to me, Natasha? Let's see, Natasha. Alright, here we go. So this is red hearts in the sky, and for some reason it's putting a female in there. I've never seen that before. Why is it? Okay, there we go. That's getting closer. But we're doing steampunk. So that's pretty close. But it's really cartoony because it's steampunk. Now, when we switch to nature, it's going to be more creative to me, in a way. And less cartoony. So let's do the same thing, but in the nature algorithm. So we're going to copy all this. And if you word it different, it can be a completely different image. So we're going to switch from steampunk to nature. Thank you, hash browns. Alright, are y'all trying to get my attention in the chat? Okay, no. I think everything's okay. Y'all are talking amongst yourselves. Oh, world peace. Okay, gotcha, Natasha. I got it. I'll do that next. Alright, so this is the nature version. So that one is very interesting. So it added some animal characteristics to it. A little bit evil looking. That one's kind of cool, but it's got the military looking dudes or people in the bottom. And it keeps putting people in there. Whatever word I'm using is triggering the people. Let's see. Red hearts on fire in the sky with a night storm. Why would that be putting people in there? Let me try this one more time, and then we'll do world peace. All right. Night. We'll do world peace after this. I promise. Night. Storm. With red hearts. On fire. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. With ice. Alright. And then we're doing the world peace one next. I promise. Yeah, hash browns. I can't wait either. That's a great idea. Alright, we'll go back to this while we're waiting for it to be generated. That was our previous one in the different verbiage. Alright, here we go. It's putting that animal up there. Why is it putting animals in there? It's not what I'm expecting. That one's starting to get close, but then the hearts are not right. I want to see hearts in the sky on fire. I can come back to that later. Alright, world peace it is. Not Natasha requested. World peace. Wouldn't that be something? A bunch of enlightened people. Alright, we're doing world peace in nature, then we'll do it in steampunk, and then we'll do it in fantasy. We'll do 3 of them, or maybe 4. Got Sun Honey in the chat. Trying to sleep, but not too successful. Do you want me to put that in the AI bot? Alright. It is generating world peace. We'll go back here and look at these. So we're getting close to 1 o'clock. If for some reason the stream just blanks out, that means the generator ran out of fuel. And yes, still no power. It'll probably be days, a week, 2 weeks. Yeah, this is a big problem here in Texas right now. There's not enough linemen and trucks and materials and transformers and poles and cable and insulators and chainsaws and manpower and time to get the power back on. So we're not entitled to power. We just happen to use it. Alright, so this was world peace. Now that's awesome. Natasha said put world peace, and here's what we're getting. This is the nature algorithm of world peace. There's actually somebody down here and down here. Look how peaceful that is. That one kind of looks like an image we've seen before. That one's cool. Look at that. Look, it looks like some type of crystal or some type of light energy source is being projected from there. And the water's creating that somehow, maybe. Maybe it's a an energy generator. Alright, so that's the nature version of world peace. Now we're gonna do fantasy next. Fantasy usually looks a little cartoony. So we'll go back to these while we're waiting. I think the one I like the best out of here is that one. Just because of that little energy source. It's like a Lord Kelvin type machine that creates static electricity from water flow. If you don't know what Lord Kelvin generator is, look it up on the YouTubes. I need to make one of these days. Maybe I'll do that for the channel. What it is it creates static electricity with water falling over something. So when you got a waterfall and it creates static electricity, that's the basic concept. Lord Kelvin machine, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Alright, so this is the fantasy of world peace. So we got some happy little donkeys or horses over here or something. Almost looks like some elves or something like that. And some big mushrooms, maybe. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Looks like some crystal-like buildings. I don't see any people on cell phones or anything. Look at the sun. It's almost like a sun rainbow instead of a color rainbow right here. This little arc. And almost like snowy fog. Oh yeah, look at that. So you got a water running through here too. That's amazing. And look at that tree. Even have some flowers on that one. Look at that. You got this waterfall that's coming from high up with all the mist. Yeah, so world peace. That's a rockin' algorithm so far. Let's do steampunk, and maybe we'll do photo after that too. Alright, am I missing the chat here? Was that a hot air balloon in the first? Let me look. Alright. Let's see, on the first one we did, we need to go back. Yes, that is a hot air balloon. Sure is. Hot air balloons work off of the buoyancy principle and density principle, not gravity principle. But we don't need to get into that here. Gravity is just a theory. It does not exist in reality. And that is a fact. That's why they call it the theory of gravity. Alright, so this is the steampunk version of world peace. That thing is levitating, whatever it is. Now, is this steampunk? Yeah, so steampunk is not so peaceful. I didn't think it was going to be. This is more, the robots and, like, this looks like an old wind generator that's gone bad or something. We'll do photo next. That looks like a taco truck. Robot taco truck. Yeah, they just drive around and feed you fast food. Yeah, that's not very peaceful. Let's go to photo and see what we get with world peace. Now that we're on this theme. This nice peaceful theme. We'll go back to the peaceful ones. We have color theory in the background, just in case you're wondering about the music. I have over 430 of his songs. He does cover songs, his own creations, and mixes and remixes of his own stuff and other people's stuff. He's a very talented dude. All right, that's really awesome. This is the photo algorithm of the world peace. So this is what AI thinks world peace should look like in a photo. Now that's weird. Something's wrong with her. She's got extra arms. This should be coming out here. Yeah, there's an extra arm here. And then down here, yeah, she's got 4 arms if you look at it. She's got one here, and one coming up around here. Yeah, unless somebody's hugging her from behind. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh no! So yeah, now we're getting off into creepy land with world peace in a photo. So yeah, this is where AI fails sometimes. So this is she's very flexible. That hurts looking at it. That hurts. Oh, look at her eyes. That's funny. That's actually a good photo if her eyes were not so creepy looking. So you could take and Photoshop and fix her eyes and that would look pretty realistic. But that's world peace. Alright, and that was the photo version. Let's see. Should we do... We'll do space next. More like woke peace. Nightmares tonight. I'm sorry. I hope you're joking. This is supposed to make people happy, not nightmares. It's supposed to make everybody relax and have some fun. Alright. This is world peace in the space algorithm. So this would be like space world peace. Which is not bad. It's pretty cartoony looking though. Yeah. Alright, so do you want to do more world pieces or do you want to go to a next one? More like woke peace. Yep. Space burritos. Alright. I'm just randomly picking something in the chat now. So we're going to do space burritos, but in a nature form. Because that algorithm seems to be more realistic, but yet still creative. Show some love. Hit the like button. Oh, Oscar, yeah. It helps push the algorithm, I'm sure. But my channel has been shadow banned because I have had people say they don't get the notifications anymore, and some of them say they get them a day later, hours later, but that just happens to channels. Alright, so this is Space Burritos in the nature category. So it says space right here, and that doesn't say burrito, and that kind of looks like a burrito, maybe. He's got some dough and some beans. That looks like refried beans back there. So maybe he can make a burrito with all that. What do you think? Now that's kind of a burrito. That kind of looks like a burrito with Band-Aids. Looks like the burrito's got some Band-Aids running around it. That's some burritos with Elon Musk in the background with his rockets. Let's hope it's they're not going to shoot them off into the ocean like NASA does all the time. Now that's pretty realistic burrito in the mountains. But that's a space burrito, so I guess they're putting them up as high as possible. Alright, I'm just going to pick something random out of the chat. I just glitched. Get the what? Did it buffer? Are we buffering? I hope not. We've been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I was not expecting to stream this long. I'm glad the generator's holding up though. That generator's been running non-stop except when I've refueled 3 times for since 7:45 yesterday. The day before yesterday. I'm losing track. What's today? Either way, it's almost 2 days it seems like that we had no power. Organic garden. Alright, here we go. I'm just picking something in the chat here. I buffered. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're going to do organic garden in the nature format. Boom. And while we're doing that, we're going to go back and look at our previous ones here. So I guess the most realistic looking burritos is that one. This one would have been cool except for the there's text right here. And almost like stage lighting. Those don't really look like stars. That one's still kind of cool though. Alright, so what do we get? We're still generating. That's a weird fold. Yeah, on the burrito. I hate to ask Fry, but how are the neighbors handling the disaster? Okay, so I talked to the neighbor on this side of me, and I asked them if they needed an extension cord. I got plenty of extension cords. I've been prepping for this stuff for years. And I said, I'll drag it over to your window. Just make sure you don't plug in a space heater or your refrigerator. You could plug your refrigerator in, but you need to let me know. I have enough power, but don't be plugging in a space heater. You can charge your phones, your refrigerator, and all that, whatever. She said, no, thank you. We're out in the car. So they're out in the car to stay warm right now. And that's what most people are doing. They're either in their cars or they're leaving and going to friends and neighbors' houses that have power. But I offered power from an extension cord, and they didn't need it. And they offered me firewood back, and I said, well, I would have had to go get the firewood, and it wasn't enough, and it was big pieces, and I need smaller stuff to get the wood started. And I'm gonna cut wood tomorrow. So that's my my job tomorrow, is to gather a lot of firewood, but it's almost too wet to do that. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it, because I'll probably make ruts on the property. So I might not be getting firewood tomorrow now that I think about it. Alright, I was rambling on about that. Alright, this is Organic Garden. I think Natasha requested this under the nature theme from the algorithm. Now that's really cool looking. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. Look at the little trails. It's almost like a labyrinth. And then you got some people over here, I think, attending to the garden. And then up here you got this cool looking mountain. That is just so cool. Look at that. That's amazing. That is so cool. Look at this. It looks like waterfalls almost. Those almost look like waterfalls. That is awesome. Alright, so that's the nature version. Let's do, just for fun, let's see what Cyberpunk, we haven't done that one, does with Organic Garden. And we'll go back to our happy little garden. Let's get the overall picture of our garden. I like them all, but that one shows a lot. I like the one with the waterfalls too. That one's really awesome. And the blue right there, whatever kind of flowers those are. Looks like almost a big mushroom right here. Alright, this is the Cyberpunk version of Organic Garden. So this is Cyberpunk Organic Garden. So that looks like a mushroom gone bad right there, or something. That is Cyberpunk Organic Garden. Yeah, not what I was expecting. Yeah, that's not a garden. There's some greenery over here. Yeah, those gardens were beautiful. Did Mechanic Eric ever request anything in the chat, or did he just do a flyby? I'm looking back in the chat. I don't see anything. Alright. Let's see. What can we do here? I'm going to start putting stuff in here if nobody has anything to suggest. And I know it's getting late, but we're going to keep on rolling with this. We're going to do... Let's do this. 65 Chevy truck. On ice. With fire in the sky at night. I wish it would do exactly like I would tell it. Alright, we're doing the nature, which seems to be the most reliable one for accuracy. Let's go back to the organic garden while that's generating. I'm going to warm my hands a little bit. It's getting a little chilly in here. Alright, it's almost done generating. Yeah, it took a second to set up this layout in Prism. But I love Prism so much better than OBS. Basically, Prism is OBS. Prism is the framework of OBS, but with their enhancements put on it, on the code. So this is 65 Chevy on ice with fire in the sky. Well, that one's on ice, and there is some kind of fiery looking stuff in the sky. There's some fire, but it's not in the sky. But I like the white walls. And that's kind of like more like my 65. That almost looks like Rusty Watt if you'd add the solar panels on the back now. Let's do that one more time. Let's see what we come up with. Unless somebody has another idea on what you want in here. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing here. We'll change the color here. Let's change the color. Let's make it red and black. How about that? Red and black. I guess it would help if I spell black right. Now we're doing red and black. Y'all only knew. We're doing red and black truck this time. Same sentence, same category as nature, but we're going to see if we can come up with a red and black truck this time. Because we didn't tell it what color of truck. So this time the truck should be a red and black truck. Let's see what we get. We got a red truck. It's got black tires. It's kind of got some pearl black to it. There is a red and black truck. It's not the whole truck. The truck's on fire. It's got a little issue with the carburetor. There's a red and black truck. It looks a little weird though. The back looks almost like a front. It doesn't look like a tailgate. But that's cool. There's a red and black truck with some fire on the ground, and it's on ice. So all of these were on ice. Yep. So it's getting the ice right. And it's all overall getting the truck color correct. So let's do this. Old truck with face on it. So we're doing an old truck with a face on it. We're going to see what it thinks about that.
Shame you said what you said.
Okay, I got that in the chat, Natasha. I'll put that in next. Sorry, I'm getting a little tired here. All right, this is old truck with a face on it. No faces, but they look a lot more cartoony. They look less realistic, but it's an old truck. All right, so Natasha said that something was requested here.
Standing in the door of
So we're going to paste that in the chat.
crying in the rain.
We're going to do that the correct way. Copy, paste. All right, I'm just putting exactly in the chat what was requested. I don't even know what the word is. I can't even pronounce that word. Those words together look funny. But we're generating whatever was requested in the chat. Who requested that? Indigo Lightning, I think. All right, so Indigo Lightning requested whatever. I don't even know how to say that, but it's really awesome. I think I can figure out how to say that. Let's do this. No. Let's see. I've got to figure out something real quick. That's bothering me. Paste. This. No. Let's try this. Hold on. I'm doing something here. Alright, I'm going to stop the music for a second here. Y'all are seeing how my brain works.
Mandelbrot fractal.
Okay. I know we're dealing with a fractal, but how do you say that again?
Mandelbrot.
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 I don't know. Am I saying that right? Is the computer saying that right? All right, so that's what that is. And that's kind of a new word to me, so that's why I had a little brain fart there. I'll have to look into that one. But it's really beautiful. And the way it picked up the colors of the blue and the green on this one is really cool. Let's drink water. Is that what Nightbot says? Alright. I'll drink distilled water. Alright, Sun Honey is still awake. Even puppies can't sleep or get comfy. Alright, so we're going to be probably winding her down here in a little bit, because I'm running up against the generator failing, and the stream just going to stop, and I won't be able to say goodbye. So it takes about 20 minutes to fill the generator, because I fill it to the top, and I wait for the bubbles, and I fill it up a little more, and I wait. But it buys me a lot more time, instead of filling it a whole bunch of times. I get an extra almost an hour and a half out of that when I do it that way, sometimes 2 hours. So as much as I'm having fun, and I love you all, any final request for the AI, we'll do maybe 5 more, and we'll call it a night. So anybody that hasn't had a chance to request something, that is just so cool. Now is the time to do it. I'll be paying attention to the chat. Parte Zoo Dio says good times. Sun Honey says sunflowers, please. Alright, well, come on. What, you want them? You don't just want sunflowers, do you? You want like them on a... in a field, in the woods? Or do you just want straight up sunflowers? We'll put straight up sunflowers in there. We'll see what it comes up with. Alright, while we're waiting for the sunflowers, we'll go back to the red and black trucks, which turned out pretty good. Alright, so it should be done with sunflowers by now, because that's not a hard one, right? There we go. This one's Sun Honey requested sunflowers. And that's in the nature algorithm. They're pretty realistic. Got some cool mountains that look like they've been really eroded by water or something. We got a little bit of a pretty good line of sunflowers back there with the sun in the background. That's a good up-close picture of sunflower right there. Oh yeah, I like that one with the sun. I like how it didn't just make the sunflowers out in somewhere. It's actually got the sun in there. These are kind of weird though. Look at that. It's almost like they were trying to make a mouth or face with the hair hanging over. That's kind of funny looking. Alright, any other request? I'm just picking something out of the chat now. So that was 1. We got 4 more. Can you ask it to create a funnel cloud of fire? Well, yeah. Sure can. That's the whole point. Whatever you want, you got it. So this is a cactus field, I guess. Cacti field. That did a pretty good job. Got some nice sun right there. You could not walk through there very well without stepping on a cactus. That would be a challenging experience. That's a lot of cactus. Alright, somebody said, can you create a cloud? Okay. Funnel cloud on fire. Here we go. Copying it right out of the chat so I don't have to type. Boom. We're doing this in the nature form because it seems to be the most accurate that I've seen. Make our own music video. It's taken a long time to generate that. There we go. So this is funnel cloud of fire in the nature algorithm category. That's a lot of smoke. There's fire back off in here a little bit. Now that's more like it. There's you a funnel. Or a vortex. Now we got some kind of vortexy looking stuff back here. Funnel-like. This is almost like a mushroom cloud. And that's got some fire action going on back here. But really only two with the vortex distinct right here. And this one looks like a little vortex over here. Alright, what else we got here? Not a Cactus song. I like Cactus. There we go. Go Fire Cloud music. Fire Ocean. Alright, we're doing Fire Ocean. We got MM in the chat. How's it going? We're playing a little something new I came up with. I was thinking, how could I do something fun on the channel? Well, why not do something that I like to do? So we're doing something that I would like to be doing anyway if I had free time, which I do right now. When I'm not filling up the generator and taking cold showers. Yeah, the water is freezing cold because the water towers around here are up in the air, like sure it is everywhere else. But when it's below freezing, by the time that water gets into the water tower, goes back down into the plumbing system and comes to your home, it's about 40 to 55 degrees coming out of the tap, and I've measured it. It is very cold to the touch. Alright, so this one was Fire Ocean that somebody in the chat requested. Was that Sun Honey? I just grabbed it from somewhere. So this is Fire Ocean in the nature theme. Generated on the fly with software on a server, some kind of supercomputer. I don't know if it's a supercomputer or just a high-end computer with some NVIDIA graphics cards. I have no idea how they're doing it. Oh, this is kind of cool. Over here on the left too, there's some weird looking moss. And look at the sun blazing through there. I can't wait to see the sun. It's been like a week or two, it seems like, since we've had good sun around here. Alright, so MM says, sorry I had company over. You don't have to apologize. I'm glad to see you here. MM, do you have any requests for the AI? So if you just imagine a picture that you'd like to see, a picture you'd like to paint, just put the words in the chat. It can be like donut rolling down a hill with a biscuit on top. Anything. Just come up with something. Because we're fixing to be easing on out of the stream here because my generator needs to be refilled with a little bit of ethanol-free juice. Let's see. Watched a bit. Never heard about this online art before. Yeah, it is really cool. Oh, and I promised you I'd give you the link. And I never did that. So if you're wondering where I'm doing this from, this is the site that I'm getting this from. And that should land you on the page. If you don't touch anything, leave the settings like it is. It'll ask you to log in, I'm pretty sure. But as long as you don't adjust the settings except for the category, like nature, steampunk and all that, if you don't touch any of the other settings, you can do it for free all the time. If you mess with one of those settings, it'll take one of your credits away. You only have 5 credits. So as soon as you lose your 5 credits, then you're done. So if you never change those small settings and just change the categories of nature, steampunk, cyberpunk, photo, you can change those all the time. You can keep doing this, and you always have your 5 credits left over. And that's what I've been doing. Alright, so that's the link to the AI art page that I'm using to do this. Alright, any requests? I know everybody's probably getting tired. Let's see, live music. Okay, so that's what you want. Live music at the car show, car and truck show. I wonder if it's going to take that /. It'll be interesting to see what that algorithm does with that /. We'll go back and look at these while we're waiting for it to generate that. Which one of these has more energy in it? Kind of like that one right here. That one speaks to me. That one has some mystery behind it. And that one is presenting itself as there's something definitely going on there. And so is that one. Alright, here we go. This is what MM requested, and it was, he asked AI to draw live music at a car show with the sun setting. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good, I don't see any people, which is a bonus. You don't have to deal with people. Now that's more like a concert. But look, we still got the sun. Got the sun back there. And there we got a truck at the truck show. Almost looks like a truck / instrument or something on the back. Now this looks like a stadium. I don't know what that would be. And here we have some kind of gold-plated vehicle or something, but we do have the sun. So yeah, the best one was the first one. That one right there. That's pretty good. Alright. Pretty neat. Yeah, it is. Yes, it's very fun. You know, the cool part about this is if you have like a YouTube channel and say you want to make a logo or have a picture in the background or just whatever, you can come over here and type like what I did, the fries with the TV. Or like Red Cactus has a channel. Red Cactus. And you just type in Red Cactus. And boom. If you want red cactuses for your channel, just give it a second. And it should make you red cactuses for your channel. And then you could pull it into Photoshop and add whatever you want to it. But the coolest part about it is it's it promotes the imagination. You know, because you're more likely to use this than, I mean, most people could never draw that. But if you can think it into existence, then there you go. There's some red cactus for you. Isn't that cool? Or we could make purple cactus. Or we could make a red sun or purple sun. Red sun. How about red sun at night? Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, I'm getting really tired. Now when the generator shuts off, I do have a UPS in between me and the generator, so I will have enough time to shut the computer down. So it shouldn't just kill the stream. Actually, it will kill the stream. I don't have a UPS on the router. So yeah, my internet connection will drop as soon as the generator stops. Alright, so there is the red sun at night. Something that simple is that beautiful. And of course you got your random kitty cat looking furry in there, which is kind of getting in the way of the picture. I don't know why. Somebody's trolling the algorithm with these animals. I know whoever's writing this code going, okay, let's have some random furry cats in there. So I look too much like a Canadian with this on. You can hear me, but yeah, I cut my hair pretty short, and my beard's not cut, so my head's backwards. So that's a really cool one. I like this one right here. That's a big sun. Alright. I can't imagine how cool that is. Let's see. Yep, I think everybody's starting to fall asleep on me anyway. We got 50 people in the chat, it looks like, or 50 people still watching. No, there's 50 thumbs up and 16 watching. Alright. Yeah, that's more like it. It's like there's not 50 people watching me ramble on about AI art. Alright. Love you all. We'll do this again soon. No, the power is not on. I'm running on generator power. The power is probably not going to be on for days. And sometimes, somewhere in places, weeks. There's 26 people with no power in this part of the town. And you just go across town and they're scattered everywhere. And that's just in this town. It's in Austin. A third of the houses don't have power. Yeah, it's very, very bad here in Texas. So we're going to go back where we started the stream. This is the one I generated for the beginning of the stream. And all I typed in was heart on fire. And that's what I got. So it matched the fireplace. So I started the stream that way and we'll end it that way. So y'all have a good day. We'll do this again soon. Love you all. I hope you leave some comments in the on the video next day or so if you can. You can even in the comments say I suggested whichever one. That was mine. I suggested organic gardens. I suggested the car show thing. So if you all ever want to put in the comments, if you have time, next day or so, tell me which one you suggested. That would be fun to for people to go back and watch and say, oh, okay, that was that one. Well, there's at least 3 people not asleep yet. Everybody else is falling asleep watching. Love you all. Later.